Hey my lovelies, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Monday's guidance reading. Just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that supported me with the events at the weekend. We had some fabulous events that I was part of. So yesterday I was doing a private tarot party, which I don't usually do, but it was a safe space, so I know that I was okay to do that. And it was great, had some beautiful connections, some beautiful reconnections from the world of spirit. So thank you very much if you came to that. And then on Saturday, I was very honoured to be able to host one of my tarot workshops. And we had a great group of ladies that were all fabulous, that were really down for the tarot journey. And yeah, it was a real honour to be able to sort of take you on that tarot journey and to sort of hold space and to obviously share the wisdom and the knowledge and my experience of it for you. And you all did amazing, and I really hope that your tarot journey continues to flourish and improve and just keep moving forward. But you did great. So it was a busy weekend, but it was a really fun weekend where, you know, right, you just feel like you're full of love, you're full of gratitude. I am tired, but it's not like burnt out, drained tired. It's almost like a gratitude-y sort of tiredness, you know. So it's cool. So thank you very much. So what's happening today? I feel like I look really minging, so my hair's a bit wild. I'm going to be having a trim very soon. My skin's gone all spotty, it's gone all skanky. I think it's the heat. I think my skin is rebelling and it's saying no more, enough, I'm done. So I don't feel like I'm that glamorous today, guys. Sorry. But take me as I am. This is the best it's going to be today. So this is what we're working with. So I feel very connected to work with a new deck today. So this one is the Tarot of the Cloistiers. Now, when I bought this deck off Vinted, and I didn't think it was a Temu deck or anything, but when I see this barcode thing, this QR code to scan for instructions, I always get a bit concerned because that's usually sometimes the sign of a dodgy deck. But I bought it in good faith thinking it was a real deck, so I'm not sure if this is a knockoff version. I'm really sorry, guys, but it's a cool version regardless, you know. So these are the cards. They're sort of disc shaped, and what I like about them is they almost look like little stained glass windows, which is pretty cool. So let's give them a knock, let's give them a shuffle, let's see what's happening for this Monday and the coming week ahead. Channeling these cards for the highest of good. I'm sorry. Let's just see what the messages are. Oh no, because one will literally pop itself at me. Oops. Boom, like that. Okay, so we're going into the energies of the star. So I'm bringing that in close so you can see. Love the pictation of this. So the star. Sometimes it's time for deep healing. Maybe we've been going through deep healing and we're now coming out the other side. But the star is about dreams, wishes, goals, aspirations, everything starting to make sense, everything starting to flourish. So if you've had a couple of really kind of rough, bumpy, sort of shitty weeks, we're maybe moving out of that and maybe we're moving into something a bit more hopeful, a bit more positive. I always feel this is a time when we're living very truthfully, we're living very authentically. Sometimes with the star, things have had to be like pulled away from us. So sometimes we've been on quite a deep personal healing journey, hence why she's naked there, but she's almost like exposed, she's revealed the core version of who she is, and she's just going after life's purpose. You know, it's a she in the card, but it applies to both men and women, you know. So it's going after your hopes, your dreams, giving yourself that permission to really sort of succeed and have everything that your heart desires within reason. As long as you're not hurting or harming anybody, there's no reason that you can't have what you want. So it's a time to dream big, but more than dreaming big, it's a time to really give yourself permission to have these experiences, to allow them to sort of flourish, to allow them to physically come into your world. You know, and even if you don't get the star that you want, still aim for the stars, because you may get another one, even if it's not the original goal of what you wanted, and that might lead into something else, you know. So it's definitely a positive time. Stars, obviously, you know, were used in times of old to guide sort of sailors and sort of people through travel. So if you just feel like you've really lost direction, it's almost like, you know, aim for the stars, use the star as a sort of a point to guide you back along your path, because no one is ever truly lost. Sometimes things just get a little bit curveballed en route, you know. So to me, this is like more of a positive week. Hopefully we're going to have a positive week. We're just going to have a better time, and like I say, dream big, go for it, be quite unapologetic, because a star doesn't have time to worry about who's looking in or what someone's going to think of a situation. They just want to keep it real. They just want to live their best life, appreciate the time that is left. So get out there, do your thing, be fabulous, be very unapologetic, shine like the stars you are, guys. That's coming in massively for this week. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. So what do I need to let you know? So speaking of shining bright, so Thursday I'm going to be over at Carpe Noctem in Frome doing an evening of private one-to-one readings. That is now fully booked out, so thank you very much if you've secured a space to come and see me there. And then Saturday, very exciting, I'm doing the next date of my tour. So I'm going to be over in Yatton Kennel, which is literally just outside of Chippenham, and it's going to be a beautiful evening of spirit. So it's a mediumship demonstration. It's going to be from 7:30 until 10 o'clock. We are also going to have a music interval with the lovely Thomas Clare. So he's going to be doing an acoustic guitar and singing set in the interval part. Also, we're going to have Carly's going to be there with her stall, Bardware of Frog Lane. Mum's going to be there with her stall, Ruth's Beaded Creations. Tea, coffee and cake is going to be available as well. There's no bar at this one, so sorry guys for those of you that like a cheeky drink. But you know, tea, coffee and cake will be provided or available to purchase. It's just going to be a really lovely night with spirit. So if you're bored, if you're stuck, if you're sort of like wanting something to do on Saturday, come along, get involved. Doors open from about 6:45. It's going to be great to see you. Just to say, guys, I'm not going to include this venue in next year's tour, because we can't always kind of include every sort of venue every year. And this is one of those venues that we do once every now and again. It's nice to sort of re-pop in, but it's been a little bit of a hard one to sort of get the support for. So I won't be doing this one next year. And also we've got Isle of Wight coming up in September, and just to let you guys know, I also won't be doing that one next year either. So support this year, because next year I'm not going to be doing them. I might do them in future events afterwards, but I'll be taking a little bit of time off from certain venues that have been a bit of a struggle, because it's important to obviously go to places where the support is there, and it's always nice to go to new places as well, and there are quite a lot of new places on next year's show. So yeah, just having to see what works and sort of, you know, be aware of what doesn't necessarily. But I'm always being asked to go to Chippenham, so it's a bit of a shame that we haven't had a few more tickets to sell, but we have a week to turn that around. So if you're watching this video and you're in and around Chippenham or Yatton Kennel, and if you're free on Saturday, like I say, come along, get involved, because it is going to be a fantastic show, a fantastic night. It's going to be really great to have the guys there with their stalls, and it's going to be great to have Thomas there doing his thing with his music. So many reasons to come, and you may get a reconnection from a loved one safe and well in the world of spirit. So what more could you ask for? So gonna leave it with you. I'm primarily doing Zooms this week, and I've got quite a lot of voice recorded email readings that went in over the weekend. So thank you very much. You know and trust you're on the list, and I will get those done as soon as possible. But shine bright, stay fabulous like the stars that you are. Thank you again for all the love and support at the weekend. Oh, another thing just to quickly let you know. On Friday, I'm going to be going live on my Instagram channel doing one of my Time to Gift Back evenings. So it's a free evening of mediumship and tarot, and some cheeky Mitchy banter thrown in for good measure. A few people have been sort of like leaving a few disgruntled comments saying we haven't got Instagram. Couple of choices. Either you can download Instagram and make an account before Friday. It's free to do. You know, you can sort of follow me there. Or unfortunately, it's a case of missing out. You know, I can't make it any clearer. I'm giving the time up for free. I'm choosing to do it. I'm not getting paid. So it's a bit of a case of, you know, tough shit buttercup. I don't mean that in a harsh way, but you know, it's what can I do? Or the other thing is buy a ticket and come to one of the actual shows, you know, rather than just sort of tuning into a freebie. So like I said, don't mean that in a bitchy way, but you know, I've had quite a few people moaning, like kind of not be on Facebook, don't do it on Facebook too much because Facebook struggles, it crashes, it freezes, or I get so many comments going in, I just can't keep up with it. So Instagram, it flows a lot more nicely. So sorry if that doesn't work for you, but that is the way it is. So gonna leave it there, and yeah, like I say, I'll catch up very soon. But if you're around Friday night, 7:30 until 9 o'clock, come along, and you know, there may be a little cheeky free message for you there. So take care, much love, bye for now.